Bulbasaur's evolved form. The bulb on its back absorbs nourishment and blooms into a large flower. Ivysaur.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Official Pokédex, where we talk about every single Pokemon. And today we have another very special one. We have Ivysaur. So let's get right into it. So we talking about a Generation 1 Pokemon, number 2, and a grass and poison type, weaknesses to fire, ice, flying, and psychic. We got some good abilities as well. Overgrow, chlorophyll is a hidden ability. That gender ratio is still pretty high at male at 87.5%, 12.5% female. Still a very poor catch rate on this Pokemon at 11.9%. The breeding, A groups, monster and grass, hatch time is 20 cycles, height 3 feet 3 inches or a meter. Its weight 28.7 pounds or 13 kilograms, and leveling rate is medium to slow. Take a look there at its EV yield, shape, footprint. The Pokédex color is green and base friendship is 70. Taking a look here at the evolution line, again, its original form would be the Bulbasaur, who, if you have not checked out that video, please go ahead and check it out. It's a good one. And at level 16, it does evolve into the Pokemon that we are talking about now, Ivysaur. And once it gets to level 32, we will hit its second evolution as a Venusaur. So a couple of facts about Ivysaur is the weight of the plant prevents Ivysaur from running fast and standing on its hind legs, forcing its legs to grow sturdy. When its flower is ready to bloom, it gets off a distinct, sweet-smelling aroma and starts swelling. Ivysaur will also start spending more time in the sunlight in preparation for its upcoming evolution. Exposure to sunlight adds to the strength of both Ivysaur and its plant. So again, it's all about that bulb, it's all about that sun. The more sunlight that he bathes in, the more strength builds up within it, allowing the bud on its back to grow larger. Ivysaur is the only second stage form of a dual type grass poison Pokemon that does not require an evolution stone to reach its final form, so that makes it pretty unique. Ivysaur is also the second stage Pokemon form of Kanto, first partner Pokemon that evolves at level 32. Charmeleon and Wartortle both evolved at level 36. So that is also a very big selling point to Ivysaur. Ivysaur may be a combination of ivy, wood climbing, or trailing plant genus, and dinosaur. It may also incorporate poison ivy, referring to its grass poison type designation. Ivysaur has 4 different sleep styles it sleeps in: sunbathing sleep, sturdy sleep, vines out sleep, and a top belly sleep. Ivysaur are typically found in plains. The bud on its back resembles a Rafflesia flower, and leaves around the bud resemble palms. Ivysaur's evolutionary line is inspired by frogs. In particular, its short legs, stout appearance, and ear-like protrusions on its head make it resemble horned frogs. Of its evolutionary line, Ivysaur was the first to be created years before Bulbasaur, Venusaur, or the concept of evolution was conceived, as it was one of the original monsters created for the Capsule Monsters pitch. Venusaur and Bulbasaur's designs were created after. The latter was created by basing it off of Venusaur. So that is a very important fact to go along with the whole Pokemon series, a very important thing, which is why I wanted it on its individual slide, because I felt like this was a very cool thing, how Ivysaur was the first to be created years before Bulbasaur and Venusaur, or the concept of evolution, was conceived. So super cool stuff there. Talking a little bit more about importance, Shauna's Bulbasaur was revealed to have evolved into an Ivysaur in the tag team battle Inspiration. So another trainer that we will talk about. In Bulbasaur's Mysterious Garden, multiple Ivysaurs evolved from a group of Bulbasaur during an evolution ceremony. In Friends to the End, Asanta's Ivysaur battled and defeated Richie's Pikachu in the Indigo Plateau Conference. So these are just instances in the anime where Ivysaur stands out. Ivysaur debuted in a Chansey operation where it was one of the injured Pokemon brought to the clinic. Ivysaur is never seen losing a battle on screen in any animated media. And then obviously you got to talk about some of the games. In Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Ivysaur using Vine Whip to hold on to the edge is a pretty iconic thing. Ivysaur is a playable Pokemon used by the Pokemon trainer alongside Squirtle and Charizard. It can use the moves Bullet Seed as a rapid aerial striking move and Vine Whip as a recovery move, where the vine is shot out to latch onto the edges of the stage and pulled back up again. So just showing sort of the iconicness of this Pokemon. Talking about some of the cards, so I always like to look at the base set. This is what I grew up with. This is what a lot of people my age grew up with in school and stuff. So these base set cards are pretty iconic to me. So just kind of the OGs of the Pokemon card world. And I really liked this Dark Ivysaur. I just really appreciated the artwork on it and thought it was very unique and something that stood out to me. So it was super cool. Moving on to the 151 illustration rare, again, just an absolutely beautiful card, beautiful art where Ivysaur is appearing into the water and you can see the reflection of himself in there. And 151, again, just kind of an iconic set, and just really the appreciation of the original 151 Pokemon and the full art, just absolutely stunning. And then Erica's Ivysaur in the Gym Challenge series, another just kind of OG card that we have to talk about. So again, a super beautiful card. Ivysaur kind of just hiding in the flowers with his bulb, and super cool card there. So now let's take a look at some of the clips to further enhance our knowledge of this Pokemon Ivysaur.
The seed Pokemon Ivysaur. Bulbasaur's evolved form. The bulb on its back absorbs nourishment and blooms into a large flower.
Ivysaur, the seed Pokemon, a grass and poison type. The stronger the sunlight it absorbs, the stronger this Pokemon becomes, and the larger its flower bud grows.
The first clip here is Bulbasaur evolving into Ivysaur, and you can see that Ash pulls his Pokédex out and identifies the Pokemon, and really a cool ceremony with the Venusaur kind of leading it. And then we get to another example of a trainer pulling out the Pokemon, taking a look at Ivysaur for the first time, and you kind of see a parade of them walking through. And then here in the final clip, we really get to see Ivysaur having a little fun with Professor Oak, one of the OGs who gave Ash his Pikachu as his first Pokemon, and really is kind of the OG professor for some of us older fans who remember those days. So just kind of a fun video there of Ivysaur putting some sleep powder or something out of his bulb and putting Professor Oak to sleep. So just kind of shows a little bit more of a playful side of Ivysaur. So now we're going to talk about some of Ivysaur merch. Ivysaur has a good amount of exposure with Pokemon merchandise. You can find all of the kind of standard stuff, the plush toys, clothing, stickers, all this kind of stuff. So we'll take a look here at a pretty cool shirt and a plush. Then you've got the battle figurine and a pin. So just kind of showing off the versatility of this Pokemon and its popularity, how you can find so many unique items for Ivysaur. And again, that just kind of shows the popularity of some of these OG original Pokemon, and especially the original starters in their evolution lines. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode.